James Davis isn't just a thief, he's a ghost. Over the years, he's pulled off a string of high-value robberies without ever getting caught. No fingerprints, no DNA, no witnesses, and no mistakes. While most criminals rely on intimidation or violence, Davis relies on precision, planning every detail so perfectly that his crimes are often over before anyone realizes they've happened. But even a criminal this careful can attract attention, and the question is whether anyone is smart enough to stop him. The story begins with Davis preparing for another operation. Understanding how modern forensic investigations work, he carefully removes anything that could identify him, including loose hair, dead skin, and other trace evidence. Once he's certain he can't be linked to the crime scene, he grabs a gun, picks up a briefcase, and heads out. His next target is a man named Masood. Earlier, Davis secretly attached a tracking device to Masood's vehicle, allowing him to monitor his movements in real time. When the opportunity finally arrives, Davis blocks Masood's path in a narrow alley and forces him to stop. With a gun pointed at him, Masood has no choice but to cooperate. Davis takes his phone and demands the passcode. At first, it looks like a routine robbery, but it quickly becomes clear that Masood himself was never the target. The real prize is whatever information is hidden inside that phone. The reason Davis wanted Masood's phone soon becomes clear. He's planning something much bigger. Meanwhile, two cousins, Ben and Ali, arrive at a jewelry store owned by a man named Sammy. Sammy first shows them several diamonds and places them inside a briefcase, making it appear as though that's the shipment they're responsible for transporting. But after leaving Ali outside, Sammy takes Ben into a private room and reveals the truth. The diamonds in the briefcase are fakes, meant to fool anyone watching. The real diamonds, worth nearly $3 million, are secretly strapped to Ben's leg. Sammy warns him not to tell Ali and sends them on their way, even providing a gun for protection. He also tells them that Masood's vehicle will be following them until they reach their destination. What they don't know is that Davis is already one step ahead. Using Masood's phone, he messages Sammy, convincing him that everything is proceeding as planned. As Ben and Ali drive off, they assume Masood is behind them, but it's actually Davis. At the perfect moment, Davis blocks their path, steps out wearing a mask, and aims a gun at them. The cousins immediately surrender. Then Davis shows Ben a live video feed revealing that one of his men is parked outside Ben's home. The message is clear: cooperate, or his family pays the price. When Ben points to the briefcase, Davis calmly reveals that he already knows the diamonds inside are fake. Realizing there's no other option, Ben reveals the genuine diamonds hidden inside his sock and hands them over to Davis. But just as Davis gets back into his car, Ali pulls out a second concealed gun and opens fire. The shot shatters the vehicle's window, but fortunately for Davis, the bullet misses him. Most criminals would have fired back, but violence isn't Davis's style. Instead, he speeds away. Ali gives chase, but Davis eventually loses him by pulling into a parking garage, covering the damaged vehicle, and switching to another car he had strategically parked there beforehand. Meanwhile, detectives Lou and Tillman arrive to investigate the diamond theft. After questioning Ben and Ali, they learn that the robbers seemed to know everything about them before the heist even began. With almost no evidence to work with and no injuries reported, Lou immediately suspects the same elusive thief they've been hunting for years, a criminal known for pulling off sophisticated robberies without ever harming anyone or leaving behind a trace. Back at his apartment, Davis hides the stolen diamonds inside a coffee mug. That's when he notices a small amount of blood on his head and mask. During Ali's gunfire, shattered glass from the car window had apparently cut him, and he never realized it because he was wearing a mask. For the first time, Davis is genuinely concerned. A single drop of blood could be the clue that finally exposes him. Worried about the mistake, he later meets with a man named Money and shares his concerns. Money isn't just an associate, he's the man who buys and moves Davis's stolen goods. During a meeting, Money brings him information about a new score that could make them both a fortune. The catch is that the robbery would have to take place in broad daylight, making it far riskier than anything Davis usually attempts. At first, Davis isn't interested, but Money points out that a buyer is already lined up, guaranteeing a huge payday. Before leaving, Davis quietly swaps his coffee mug with Money's. Hidden inside his own mug are the stolen diamonds, allowing him to transfer them without drawing attention. Back home, Davis begins planning the next heist by researching employees at an insurance company. One employee in particular catches his attention, a woman named Sharon. Wanting to learn more, he contacts his hacker and orders him to break into Sharon's social media accounts and gather everything he can find. Meanwhile, Money starts hedging his bets. Unsure whether Davis can handle a job that might turn violent, he secretly reaches out to another thief named Orman. Since Davis refuses to use violence, Money asks Orman to keep an eye on him and prepare for the upcoming operation. Elsewhere, Detective Lou meets with Sharon to discuss the recent diamond theft. The stolen gems belong to Sammy, who is now filing an insurance claim. However, Sharon isn't convinced he's telling the truth. She suspects Sammy may have staged the robbery himself to collect the insurance payout, a scheme she's seen before. Sharon recommends that Sammy undergo a lie detector test before receiving any insurance payout. If he's telling the truth, he'll get the money. But Detective Lou isn't convinced Sammy is behind the robbery. In his view, the theft matches the work of the same mysterious criminal responsible for several unsolved heists over the years. Back at the station, Lou briefs his team and points out a pattern on a map. Every robbery has taken place around the same area, known as the 101 corridor. According to Lou, the thief gains access to victims' accounts, studies their messages, learns where valuable transactions are happening, and then carefully scouts the location. Before striking, he even disables nearby security cameras, leaving investigators with almost nothing to work with. Just as Lou is explaining his theory, a lieutenant interrupts the meeting and orders everyone out. He warns Lou to stop digging into the old cases, fearing that renewed media attention will expose the department's failure to solve them. Meanwhile, Orman launches a brutal robbery of his own. After following a jeweler to his store, he attacks him, steals a briefcase, smashes display cases, and grabs everything he can. He even assaults a woman for no reason other than her baby crying. Unlike Davis, Orman leaves chaos behind, and the entire crime is captured on surveillance footage. The moment Lou sees the video, he knows this isn't the work of the elusive 101 thief. When news of the robbery reaches Davis, he's furious. Davis confronts Money, furious that he handed one of his jobs to another thief. He warns that if it happens again, their partnership is over. Money has always liked keeping Davis under his thumb, so he doesn't appreciate being challenged. The conversation quickly turns heated, and Davis storms out. Not willing to let things go, Money meets with Orman again and orders him to keep a close eye on Davis. He wants to know exactly what Davis is planning next. Following those instructions, Orman begins tracking Davis's movements. Around the same time, Davis meets with his hacker to gather information on Sharon. The hacker explains that Sharon is extremely cautious and communicates through an account on an adult website to keep her conversations hidden. After gaining access to the account, Davis learns about her schedule and discovers she has an upcoming meeting at a restaurant. Seeing an opportunity, he follows her there. When Sharon leaves the restaurant, Davis casually approaches her and starts a conversation about avoiding long lines at gas stations. As an insurance professional, Sharon is naturally good with people, and the two quickly hit it off. What starts as small talk turns into their first meaningful interaction. Later, while relaxing at his apartment, Davis notices someone wearing a helmet speeding away on a motorcycle. The sight immediately raises his suspicions. He rushes to the parking garage and inspects his car, only to discover a tracking device hidden underneath it. Realizing someone is monitoring him, Davis wastes no time. After losing track of Davis, Orman tracks down Davis's hacker instead. Using intimidation and violence, he forces the hacker to reveal what project Davis had been working on recently. Meanwhile, Detective Lou continues digging into the diamond theft. While reviewing surveillance footage, he notices a vehicle behaving suspiciously on the day of the robbery. The same car appears multiple times in the area, drawing his attention. Following the lead, Lou eventually arrives at the parking garage where Davis switched vehicles after escaping Ali. The original car is still there, hidden under a cover. The damaged condition of the vehicle convinces Lou that he's finally found an important piece of evidence. He immediately calls in the forensic team, who recover several traces from the car, including a blood sample. Realizing how valuable the evidence could be, Lou orders a DNA analysis as quickly as possible. Elsewhere, Davis meets Sharon and takes her out to dinner. Sharon proves to be remarkably observant. After spending only a short time with him, she accurately reads his personality, describing him as disciplined, detail-oriented, wealthy, and someone who likely earned success after a difficult upbringing. Impressed by her insight, Davis decides to be honest. He admits that he's a thief and offers her a deal. If Sharon provides information about wealthy clients and the valuable assets they insure, he'll pay her a substantial commission. The offer could completely change her life, but Sharon refuses. Davis makes one last attempt to persuade Sharon. He argues that her company doesn't truly value her and that she could spend her entire career there without ever getting ahead. According to him, partnering with him would offer a far better future. But Sharon refuses to budge. She makes it clear that she doesn't cheat people or profit from hurting others, and she has no interest in working with a thief. Before she leaves, Davis tells her that if she ever changes her mind, all she has to do is post a photo of the ocean on Instagram. He'll know it's a signal that she wants to meet. Later, Davis spots the mysterious biker again and immediately gives chase. What follows is a high-speed pursuit through busy city streets, with both men weaving through traffic at dangerous speeds. Despite getting close several times, Davis can't catch him. Eventually, the biker, Orman, crashes into a car and is thrown from his motorcycle. Injured but determined, Orman limps into a nearby supermarket. Davis follows him inside, catches up to him, and demands to know who he's working for. After landing a few punches and getting no answers, Davis decides not to cause a scene in a crowded public place and lets him go with a warning. At the same time, a separate police operation ends in tragedy. Officers mistakenly identify a teenage thief as the elusive 101 robber and fatally shoot him. When Lou arrives, the boy is already dead. To make the shooting look justified, one of the officers places a gun in the teenager's hand. The officers try to justify the shooting by claiming self-defense, but when the lieutenant questions everyone involved, Lou tells the truth. Unfortunately, his two fellow officers give a different version of events. With conflicting statements and no clear answers, the lieutenant suspends all three detectives pending investigation. Meanwhile, Sharon faces a major disappointment at work. She had spent weeks convincing a wealthy client named Monroe to purchase an expensive wedding insurance policy. Just when the deal is about to close, management takes the account away from her and hands it to Madeline, a much newer employee. Watching someone else receive credit for her hard work leaves Sharon frustrated and disillusioned. For the first time, she begins to think Davis may have been right about the system. Deciding to take a chance, Sharon posts a photo of the ocean on Instagram, the signal Davis told her to use if she ever changed her mind. Soon after, the two meet, and Sharon provides valuable information. She reveals that one of her clients is about to host a wedding where nearly 5.5 million in diamonds will be present. Combined with cash and other valuables, the total haul could exceed 11 million. In exchange for the tip, Sharon demands a $3 million cut. The opportunity is tempting, but Davis hesitates. A score this large would come with intense security, making it the riskiest job of his career. At the same time, Lou receives the DNA results from the blood found in the abandoned car. The sample matches James Davis. The DNA report doesn't just identify Davis, it also includes his real address. Following the lead, Lou visits the location and meets Davis's mother. Realizing something is wrong, she cleverly sends her son a voice message to warn him. When Davis calls back, Lou is still there. Speaking carefully, Davis's mother lets him know that a police detective has been asking questions about him before handing the phone to Lou. The moment Davis hears Lou's voice, reality hits him hard. After years of planning every detail and avoiding every mistake, he's finally been identified. It's proof that no crime is ever truly perfect. Despite the pressure closing in around him, Davis continues preparing for the biggest heist of his life. He meets with Sharon again and gathers more details about the upcoming wedding. His plan is simple: pull off one final score and disappear for good. The payout would be large enough to start a new life somewhere else. To stay off the radar, Davis gives Sharon a disposable phone and SIM card, instructing her to destroy them after every conversation. Over the next several days, he studies the wedding venue and learns everything he can about the security setup. Sharon even provides a list of guards scheduled to work the event. But shortly afterward, Orman tracks Sharon down, assaults her, and forces her to reveal Davis's plan. Desperate and out of options, Sharon turns to Lou, whom she knows from a local yoga class, and tells him everything. Since Lou is suspended, he can't officially investigate the case. As the wedding preparations kick into high gear, all the key players make their moves. Davis finalizes his plan for the biggest heist of his career, while Lou prepares to catch him in the act. At the same time, Orman is determined to get his hands on the valuables before anyone else can. The diamonds for the wedding are scheduled to arrive by courier, but Lou intercepts the delivery guard before the flight even lands and takes possession of the briefcase himself. Unbeknownst to him, Davis has already removed the assigned driver and taken his place behind the wheel of the pickup vehicle. Orman isn't sitting idle either. He kidnaps one of the hotel waiters and sneaks into the event disguised as a member of the staff. When Lou arrives at the airport, Davis is there waiting for him. Because the police file contains no recent photo of Davis, Lou has no idea he's stepping into the thief's vehicle. He gets in without suspicion, although Davis notices that Lou seems unusually tense. To keep things calm, Davis makes casual conversation during the drive, while Lou asks questions about his life and background. Eventually, they reach the hotel and head to the suite occupied by Monroe and his fiancée, where the diamonds are being stored. The moment they enter, Davis makes his move. He pulls out a gun and immediately takes Lou hostage. That's when Lou finally realizes he's face to face with the legendary thief. With Monroe and his fiancée also in the room, Davis forces Monroe to open the safe and empty everything into the bag. Next, Davis orders Lou to open the diamond briefcase since only Lou knows the access code. But Lou has prepared for this moment. Hidden inside the case is a handgun. The instant he unlocks it, he grabs the weapon, points it at Davis, and reveals that he's a police detective there to make an arrest. Davis is clearly caught off guard, but he quickly regains his composure. He warns Lou that if he fires, he'll fire back. As the standoff intensifies, a third player suddenly enters the game. Ormond bursts through the door and takes control of the situation, turning Davis into a hostage. Lou had been willing to negotiate with Davis because he knew Davis had never hurt anyone. Ormond, however, is unpredictable and ruthless. There's no telling who he might shoot. Demanding the diamonds, Ormond orders everyone to stand down. He also decides Lou has to die since the detective has seen his face. But before Ormond can pull the trigger, Davis shoots him first. It's a shocking moment. Despite years of robberies, Davis has never fired a weapon at anyone before, yet he's now forced to take a life. Feeling that Davis deserves a second chance, Lou makes an unexpected choice. He tells Davis to take the diamonds and escape while he handles the aftermath. Lou plans to pin the 101 robberies on the now dead Ormond, giving Davis a chance to leave crime behind and start over. As Davis slips away, an angry Monroe threatens legal action. But Lou quickly reminds him that pushing the issue could trigger an investigation into Monroe's own questionable deal. Lou reminds Monroe that pursuing the matter could backfire spectacularly. If authorities start digging deeper, Monroe could face serious charges for illegally importing diamonds and evading taxes, putting both his wealth and reputation at risk. Realizing he has far more to lose than gain, Monroe backs down. In the aftermath, life slowly returns to normal. We later learn that Lou secretly took the remaining diamonds from Monroe's collection and delivers them to Sharon. It's his way of giving her a fresh start and ensuring she never has to rely on criminals or risky deals again. Sharon then shows Lou a photo that Davis sent her before disappearing. The image points to a specific location and asks Lou to go there. When Lou arrives, he finds a car waiting in a parking lot with the keys left inside. His old vehicle is falling apart, so Davis leaves behind his favorite car as a final gesture of gratitude. Meanwhile, Davis also sends an envelope to Maya, the woman he loves. Since he spent his entire life hiding his true identity, he leaves her something deeply personal, a family photograph that reveals who he really is. With his past finally behind him, Davis walks away to begin a new chapter. And that's where the story comes to an end. More than anything, the movie shows that crime always comes with a price. Whether it's punishment or a lifetime spent looking over your shoulder, every choice has consequences. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more movie breakdowns.